Hi everyone, welcome to Meet the Teach, where we get to meet the awesome students and teachers here at our middle schools. My name is Macy Henderson, and today we're at Causey Middle School. Let's get started. Thank you, Ms. Dillard, for talking to us today. May I ask you a couple questions?
Sure, Macy.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you teach here and like a little bit of the activities that go on here at Causey?
Okay, I teach 6th through 8th grade STEM this year. I've taught science and math in the past. With our STEM classes, we're getting ready to move into learning about the body parts. We've built things, we've tested stuff. We're making stop motion pictures now. I also help run the math team, the SECME team, and help with LOTC in the afternoons with the drone, robotics, and drill.
Goodness, do you ever go home?
Not much.
Can you tell us a little bit about like your journey of becoming a teacher?
Okay, well, it started in 11th grade at Fiddle High School. My history teacher was Miss Autry, and she was the first one that made learning actually fun. We played games right before tests, Jeopardy, tic-tac-toe, or whatever, and the winning team got bonus points. So everybody would study. I would study extra hard because I'm going to make sure I get all the points possible. So when I realized learning could be fun, I started questioning myself, why haven't we been doing this my whole life? So I decided to go to school and tried my best to make learning fun in my classes.
That's really cool. What is one of the most memorable moments you've had in the classroom?
Oh goodness, you might regret asking that. So in class, when we were learning about the body systems, I had centers set up around the room with iPads where kids could record their learning as they were learning about the different parts. And so one of the students, when it was their day for the digestive system, they had to put something like an applesauce inside of a stocking and push it through to simulate the intestines. And the end was cut off. So when they finally got it all the way through, they talked themselves through the project. When they came out, it says, and now it's poop. So I've always remembered that, and he has sent me Christmas cards every year since then and said, I still thank you for teaching me about poop.
Do you have any advice you would give a student to help them succeed more in school?
Yes, it's called don't procrastinate. Make a schedule of what you want to accomplish each day and just do it. Don't put it off to the end and try and cram. It's never going to be as good as if you plan it out.
That's some really good advice. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
Yes. So what is your favorite subject, Macy?
My favorite subject would have to be science. And I say this because in 5th and 6th grade, I had you as my science teacher, and it really opened my eyes to love science. It was really fun to learn. We did really fun games to help us learn what the curriculum we were doing. And then 7th and 8th grade, I just had wonderful teachers who love to teach and like to make the classroom fun, and it's just been really interesting.
That's amazing. I'm glad you still love science. What is your favorite lesson that you've done in a class, that you've been here or in elementary school?
I would have to say in your class, my favorite activity would have to be the toxic popcorn.
Okay, can you explain that?
So toxic popcorn isn't like actually like we ate toxic popcorn. It was a fun activity to help us use our mind and figure out a strategy to help us complete the task. So we were split into groups of 4. We got a 16-foot rope and a rubber band with a container full of kettle corn. And so we had to find out how we wanted to cut the rope and how we wanted to attach it to the rubber band to put on the container. So when we figured that out, we figured out our strategy of what we were going to do. We moved over to a station that had a black circle on the floor. The black circle, you could not move, a body part could not go over the circle. That was not allowed. And so each person in the group had to figure out how we were going to tilt one container of the corn to pour into another container that was on the ground. When we were tilting it, the corn couldn't fall on the ground, because if it fell on the ground, like a single piece fell on the ground, we would have to start completely over. And it was just really fun because we really had to work our brains, and a lot of kids were getting aggravated, especially me, because my team kept dropping the corn. But it was just really fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed that, Macy. So last question, it's a fun one. Would you rather be a millionaire or have superpowers?
I love money, but you could run out of that like soon. So I had to say superpowers because I could have it for forever.
Okay, and what would your superpower be?
I would have to say like to control minds or to read minds because I want to know what everybody's thinking. And if like we have a test one day and I don't want to take the test that day, I can just tell the teacher to move it over a day. So I have an extra day to study.
Mind control?
Yeah.
Okay, well thank you, Macy, I appreciate that.
I have a fun question for you.
For me, what?
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Oh, it'd have to be Venice, Italy. I've always loved wanted to see how they make the cities float. That to me has always just been amazing, what kind of architecture was involved to create that.
Thank you, Ms. Dillard.
Well, thank you, Macy.
That's all for today's episode of Meet the Teach. Thanks for watching.